So, Kayla, are you by any chance still in the store?
Yes, I am. Did something happen?
Oh, no, nothing in particular. But could you be a dear and buy some persimmons for me?
Oh? That's unusual. We never buy persimmons. Well, how many should I get?
I don't care. Just make sure it's a lot. There was a special segment on this show I've been watching where they were featuring persimmons as a miracle cure-all. They're one of those foods that helps keep the doctors away. How about we give some to Anne to eat? I'm sure as soon as she takes one bite, she'll be cured.
I mean, I can buy them if that's what you want. It can't hurt, and she likes fruits. But Anne's illness can't be cured with food alone. It might help her, but it can only do so much. It's a chronic illness. There's not really a cure out there anyway, just management of symptoms.
What's that? Giving up so soon? Why, you won't know until you try. I've been thinking about it for a while now, but is it truly a good idea to have her rely on medicine so much? Medicine can become a poison, am I wrong? How dangerous. Something so unnatural can't be good for her.
It's true that can happen, but it's for the best that Anne takes her medicine long term. Her doctor prescribed it to her after all with specific instructions. I think they'd know best. I don't have to worry so much about her. As long as she takes it properly, she'll be fine.
This is exactly why your generation's bodies are so weak. She can't build up her strength like that. As soon as you feel even a little bit ill, you toss back some pills and that's it. You don't give your immune system a chance to work its magic. That goes for those damned vaccines, too. If you let your kids roll around in some dirt, they'll get the antibodies they need in no time. Everyone coddles their children too much these days. It's why people are always getting sick. And to be frank, I doubt that medicine will cure anything. Don't you feel bad for making a little girl take it every single day? Why bother when it won't cure her?
Again, she has asthma. We have to take preventative measures to prevent any episodes from occurring. Just because a treatment won't cure an illness or treat it 100% doesn't mean it's not worth taking. And even if she seems fine and isn't showing any symptoms, she still has to take it every day. The fact she's doing better now means it's working. If we stop just because of that, they'll all come back.
That's why I'm telling you. That attitude is no good. That's all an excuse so you can completely rely on medication without doing anything yourself. Listen up. Your body is like a car. It's only as good as the fuel you put in it. That means food. You are what you eat. If you pick the right food and build your immune system, you can have a nice and healthy body in no time. Anybody can do it. It's just no one wants to try. Everyone wants their good health handed to them on a silver platter without working for it.
I do think eating good food is very important. But there are some things that you just can't fix with that alone. Eating healthy won't suddenly cure a cancer patient. It's not as easy as you say it is. In times like that, it's good to have medicine.
Oh, that's not true! You're making excuses so you don't have to try harder. If you watch the food she eats better, she'll certainly be cured. You simply haven't been vigilant enough. Listen to yourself. Aren't you relying on doctors and hospitals too much? For Anne's sake, put more effort into picking the right foods for her. I think that'll do her much more good. Oh, and I hear a lot of talk about essential oils these days. It's a more natural alternative to medicine.
I do consider the nutritional balance of the meals I make for her. I also look up ingredients that are good for coughs and asthma as well. Although I think we need to stay away from the essential oils. Natural doesn't always mean good.
And I'm telling you that clearly your efforts haven't been enough. You don't get a gold star just for trying. You have to face the issue head on. Focus on curing Anne and give her better balanced meals. What you've been doing isn't good enough. You're her mother, aren't you? We didn't always have modern medicine. In the past, everything was cured through food and traditional medical practices. None of that manufactured chemical stuff. Surely you can use those same methods even now and they'll work like a charm.
I wonder about that. A lot of people used to die because they didn't have the medicine needed to help them. The average human lifespan has extended considerably thanks to modern medical advancements.
Oh, I've had it. If you want something done right, you ought to do it yourself, I suppose. Starting from today, I'll be making all of Anne's meals for her.
What? You are? I was thinking of making Anne's favorite Salisbury steak for dinner tonight. She'll be disappointed.
See that? All you do is feed her the stuff she likes. That's not healthy at all. That's why she hasn't been cured from her illness. I'm banning her from taking that damned medicine, too. No! That's the one thing I can't allow. Her asthma has finally calmed down. I won't have you ruining that.
And even if she no longer has symptoms, the doctors instructed us to keep having her take them anyway.
What's that? You won't trust me.
It's not that. We just have orders from a doctor who specializes in treating kids like Anne. I don't want her to stop taking the medicine without permission. If her symptoms come back, the one who suffers will be Anne, not us. I think banning her from taking that medicine is the wrong decision. At the very least, we need to talk to a doctor first.
Oh, it's all in one ear and out the other with you, Again with the doctors and medicine. It's so difficult to share a house with a believer in the cult of medicalization.
Say whatever you'd like. No matter what, I'm going to have her continue taking that medicine.
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find a cure to her illness on my own. I don't need your help. Incidentally, you do know I raised your husband in perfect health to adulthood, yes? Yet you dare talk back to me. If Anne's illness is cured as a result of my cooking, I'd like you to get on your hands and knees and apologize.
If you do heal her illness, I'll apologize to you as many times as you'd like. I care about her health and happiness more than anything.
Indeed, since you seem to love contradicting me. Just you watch. I'll have her up and running like any other child her age in no time. What on earth did you do? Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Anne's medicine. You went behind our backs and threw out her medicine, didn't you? I found the container in the bathroom's trash bin. Don't play dumb with me.
Oh my, I didn't know you were one to go digging through garbage. How disgusting. Does my son know of these strange habits of yours?
Don't change the subject. Explain the meaning of this at once. I found several days' worth of medicine along with her empty asthma inhaler. It should have been brought out with every meal. So why is it in the garbage?
My poor little Anne. I felt so sorry for her. There's some medicines that are just so bitter. And children are very sensitive to it. She seemed to be having such a hard time swallowing it. I told her she didn't need to push herself so hard and needlessly take it. It's not doing her much good anyway.
You do know she's still a child, right? You can't just make those kinds of decisions on your own. Could you not tell her things like that?
Oh, whatever. It's not a big deal. Nothing's happened, right?
That's not the problem here. By the way, where did you put the rest of the medicine? I don't see it anywhere. Tell me, where is it?
Oh, that. I threw them out too. I took it out with the garbage this morning, so it's not here anymore. She hasn't taken that medicine for several days now, but she's been fine, hasn't she? You hadn't noticed a thing. I thought it wasn't necessary to keep around anymore and got rid of them.
Why on earth would you do that? Oh, I don't care anymore. I'm going out.
To where?
The hospital! Isn't it obvious? She doesn't have any medicine she can take tonight, so I have to get her some.
That's why I'm telling you, forget about it. There's no need for that medicine anymore. Just stop and let the girl live. She's fine without that medicine now. And that's thanks to me.
No, we're lucky she just happens to be fine right now. That's why I need to get her medicine before she starts showing symptoms again. You're not someone with any medical experience, so you have no right to be deciding these things.
You saw her today, didn't you? She was up and at 'em. Not only that, but she's over at a friend's house having fun right about now. I think you're a little too overprotective of her. You have to let kids run around without hovering over them like a helicopter parent.
You've seen how much she was suffering before we found the right treatment. I can't believe you'd say these things to me. Don't get me wrong, I am thankful that you fed her. But you did something so horrible as to throw away the medicine that works for her. Don't do anything for Anne anymore. You've caused enough trouble for us.
Why, you? I'm saying all this for Anne's sake. It's not like she collapsed or something. She's fine.
Excuse me? The whole point of the medicine is to prevent her from collapsing in the first place. If that happens, we're going to have to take her to the hospital. Why don't you understand? Rest assured, I'll be having a long conversation about this with my husband.
Go ahead. I don't really care. I raised him, after all. He'll surely understand my reasoning and take my side.
Is that so?
If anything, he'll hear about how you've been too dependent on that medicine and get on you for that. I wonder which one of us he'll get angry with. I look forward to your scolding tonight. I just got home. It seems I was correct after all.
Excuse me?
I saw Anne running around the playground just a little while ago. Isn't that wonderful? Thanks to me throwing out that dreadful medicine, she's all better now. It's exactly as I said. Now, do remember your promise and apologize to me. I'd like you to do it in person, of course.
What are you talking about? I'm not apologizing to you for anything. We're in the ICU right now. She collapsed from an asthma attack and was taken to the hospital in an ambulance.
She what? Why would you call an ambulance?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? After I bought the medicine, I went over to her friend's house to give it to her. That was right when she started having trouble breathing. I wouldn't have been able to get her to the hospital fast enough, so we had to call an ambulance. They're giving her medical treatments right now to stabilize her.
But I just saw her running around the playground! Could you not tell me such a ridiculous lie? I saw that girl was fine!
Perhaps it was a stranger you mistook for Anne. If she was running around, it must have been hard to tell without getting close.
It can't be. So you're saying she's actually in the ICU right now? You have to be lying to me. You just want to make me feel like I'm the bad guy here. And that's why you're telling me such a thing.
Do I seem like the kind of person to lie about something like this? This is your fault. You can't run away from that fact. The doctor was furious when he heard she wasn't properly taking her medicine as prescribed.
That can't be helped now, can it? She's a child. Children hate medicine.
I don't want you of all people to be saying that to me when you're the one who tempted her. We finally got her to start taking that medicine on her own, you know. But I was too naive. I let my guard down. I had no idea things would turn out like this.
Oh, you trust children too much. She's still in elementary school, no. A first grader at that. No matter how many times you saw her taking that medicine on her own, you shouldn't have let yourself rest easy.
Okay, seriously. Stay away from Anne from now on. I might have been partially at fault for what happened. I should have watched over her more carefully and double-checked that she was taking her medicine properly. But if you hadn't thrown it out in the first place, none of this would be happening.
Well, then in the end, this is all thanks to your carelessness. I just helped you out a little bit. Now you know exactly what'll happen if Anne doesn't take that medicine of hers.
You're one to talk.
Excuse me. What's with that attitude? Do you forget you're speaking to your mother-in-law?
I heard it all from Anne. She said her grandma told her that her medicine was poison. She became afraid to take it, so she didn't. But she was apologizing over and over again to me. She thought I'd be mad at her. How dare you tell a small child that? It wasn't about it being bitter. It was about her being afraid it was poison.
I mean, it's true. It is poison! It was worth protecting her from it.
No, the real poison here is you. I don't want to keep living with someone who'd make my child fear for her life when it comes to something that'd save her. My family and I will be getting far away from you. I won't let you put any more lies into my child's head.
Does that mean you're no longer going to live with me?
That's right. I don't want to live in the same house as you anymore.
My son won't allow that. He wouldn't abandon me. You have no right to be deciding anything.
Oh, yes, he would. My husband is absolutely furious, in case you didn't know. You sent his only daughter to the hospital. Do you think that's a small matter?
But since he's my son, surely he'll understand. He knows I didn't mean to do that. I mean, if you chase me out of the house, how am I supposed to live? Sorry, but I have no intentions of leaving this house.
If you won't leave, then we will.
Oh, is that how it is? I wonder if you'll be fine on your own with such a sickly daughter. You were all up in arms over a silly little attack like that. It's only natural for people with asthma to suffer. They'll get used to it and live.
What the actual hell? You have to be insane. You'd rather my daughter suffer than take her medicine all because you think that's more natural? I can't do this. I'm going to tell my husband about what you've been saying to me.
Go ahead. I'd worry more for yourself. Be sure you don't regret how you opposed your mother-in-law later. I will never forget how you treated me. And neither will he. Kayla, what's the meaning of this? Don't tell me you honestly are moving out.
Yep. Why are you surprised? I thought you knew.
But then, what's going to happen to this house?
Well, it was a rental, so we'll be canceling the lease this month. I recommend you start looking for a new place to live soon.
What are you saying? I don't have that sort of money.
What are you talking about? Don't you still have some of your husband's inheritance left over? Please do something with that and find a place to live.
There isn't much of it left. And I was saving it for an emergency, so I don't want to use it.
Is that so? Is this not an emergency? If there's any time to use it, it'd be now.
I shouldn't have to. If you're all going to be moving out, I'm coming with you. It's only natural as your husband's mother. You have to take care of me. Where's your new house? I'll pack up my things and go over there immediately. You won't come home, so that means you must already be living over there then.
No way in hell. We moved out specifically because we didn't want to live with you anymore. Why on earth would I ever tell you where we are? That defeats the whole purpose. I thought you didn't care if we moved out anyway.
But I didn't know my son would be moving out with you. We both come in a set. You can't separate us.
Wow. When I said we'll be leaving, I did mean all of us. Hilarious that you automatically thought your son would abandon us to stay with you. Well, you contacted me because he sounded like he was leaving you behind, right? I'm going to tell you this now, but no matter what you say to me, my husband will not change his mind. I'm not keen on convincing him otherwise either.
I mean, there's no way a son would abandon his mother. Of course I thought you and Dan were the only ones who were going to be leaving.
My husband is your son, but he is also a part of our family. If it's to protect his wife and child, he won't listen to what you say, even if you are his mother.
But I'm his family, too!
Yes, that was true up until quite recently. But he doesn't want to consider someone who would make his daughter suffer needlessly his family. In fact, we've been thinking we want to cut ties with you forever. We want to keep her safe and happy, and clearly you're not someone we can trust to help us do that.
I'm telling you, I can't live on my own. If I can't live with you, I won't have enough money to get by.
Should have thought about that before you acted out of line. Besides, you're still in your 60s. As long as you're not picky about it, I'm sure you can find a place to work at.
You're telling me I have to get a job?
Yep. You don't have money, right? That's an easy solution to that problem. If you don't have enough money, then there's nothing else you can do but work.
You don't understand. There's no way I can. I was a housewife all my life. I have no work experience.
Well, actually, we live in an age where that might work to your advantage. Being a housewife is unpaid labor that requires a lot of skill. Maybe you can get a job as a house cleaner. Doesn't that sound nice? Oh, but if they catch you throwing anything out, you'll be fired immediately. Please take care not to do that.
I'm not going to get a job. What is this? I worked hard my entire life for the sake of my family, and this is the treatment I get. Don't you feel sorry for me? Why do I deserve this?
The only one I feel sorry for here is Anne. If she had been able to take her medicine like usual, she wouldn't have suffered like that. But because you scared her out of taking her medicine and threw it out, she wound up in the hospital. And it took a while for her symptoms to get back under control again. It was almost like starting over from square one. It was hard on her.
But I truly did that for Anne's sake. I thought I was doing what was best for her. How cruel of you to say that to me.
Do you want to talk about cruel? You said that it's only natural for people with asthma to suffer, didn't you? I won't ever forget how you made us out to be fools for daring to care about our daughter suffering from an asthma attack.
Oh, I mean, an eye for an eye. I was just lashing out at you. I didn't actually mean it.
That's immature coming from someone your age. It won't shield you from the consequences of your own actions. It's true that if you take too much of a medicine or if you take it the wrong way, it could become poisonous. But if you follow the doctor's orders and take it appropriately, it can be an effective form of treatment. It's true that people in the past might have been saved by a change in diet or traditional medical practices, but that has nothing to do with Anne. Her illness won't get better unless she's on medication. Yet someone like you with no medical experience or qualifications had the gall to make my daughter suffer. I never want to see you ever again.
Okay, I understand. From now on, I'll have Anne take her medicine as prescribed. I won't say anything about it. Thanks to this incident, I've understood good and well how important it is to her well-being. I'll reflect on my way of thinking and amend my ways. That means I can live with you guys now, right?
No, you can't. And I'm not negotiating with you.
Why not?
I heard from my husband that you're the same as always. The way you think about medicine and doctors hasn't changed since he was little. When he was suffering from the flu when he was younger, you refused to take him to the hospital. And even after he became an adult, you still scold him for taking medicine to help his headaches.
That's because you don't need medicine to fix a little cold or a headache. Your body is going to get weak if you're constantly reaching for the pills the moment you run into a problem.
Are you truly and honestly regretting your actions? I remember you saying these kinds of things since before the incident. You shouldn't have to wait until you're in agony before allowing yourself to take medication if it can help you. My husband had his doubts about how you'd handle giving her medication, but a part of him had hoped you would have changed by now. You saw how much she was suffering, so surely you've amended that way of thinking for her sake. But finding out you haven't at all was a huge shock for him. He cried by Anne's bedside, apologizing for not being careful enough and letting this happen to her. He was sorry for trusting his mother too much.
But he's just fine, isn't he? He grew to adulthood with no problems. He's perfectly healthy. That means my way of thinking is correct.
God, you don't actually regret anything. Are you hearing yourself? My husband may have turned out okay, but Anne's body is weak. Just because you two are healthy doesn't mean you can push your lifestyle onto others when it might not work for them. It's 2023! You waste all your time on tabloid talk shows. What kind of garbage have you been absorbing up until now? Why would you think that any of the information you glean from them was worth more than what a highly skilled doctor says?
It's not a waste. They have some valuable things to say. Like about what foods are good for health. I was taking everyone into consideration by making healthy meals.
I think it's great if good food leads to good health. But it's because there are some things that can't be treated with a change in diet that we have hospitals and doctors. You say medicine is poison, but eating too much or combining the wrong foods can lead to problems as well. If you can accept that, why can't you do the same with medicine? Why are you so vehemently against it?
Oh, how annoying. I told you I'll reconsider my thought process up until this point and fix it. That'll make you happy, won't it? Are you reading my messages correctly, or do you need glasses?
Granted, I'm not holding a magnifying glass up to them, but none of it reads like you truly have any intentions of changing your ways. I'm sorry to say, but I don't think we'll ever see eye to eye. If you think you've actually been correct this entire time, then please continue to be correct far away from us.
God, I told you I won't say anything about the medicine anymore! You're quite dense, I swear.
Say whatever you'd like at this point. I don't care. We're never going to live together with you ever again. That's how much we've lost trust in you.
You knew how much I doted on Anne, don't you? I even splurged a bit and bought her a nice backpack for school. All you've done is take from me, but now you don't have the heart to give anything back. You'd abandon me after all I've done. I won't forgive you.
Then I'll pay you back for the money you spent on Anne. That'll get you out of our hair for good, won't it? I think it'll just barely be enough to move out with, so use that money wisely.
That's not what I'm getting at here. This concerns my feelings, not money.
We don't care about you anymore. I'd like you to please understand that this isn't because of us, but because of what you've done. And we'd like you to at least reflect on it.
Why? All I did was not give her medicine for a few days. Sure, they took her to the hospital in an ambulance, but she's alive now, so what does it matter?
Thank you for saying that to me. Now I know without a doubt that leaving you was the correct decision.
I don't want to be alone. Please, Kayla, do something! Take me along with you. Living on my own at my old age is just too sad and lonely.
Again, this is all your own fault. We're disappointed in you. You've endangered not only my child's life, but also my husband's while he was growing up. You're lucky nothing ever happened to him. I can't believe you think everything's fine just because someone came out of it alive. Did you know some patients can wind up with brain damage from their asthma attacks because it can cut off their oxygen supply? What if that had happened to Anne?
I was just so worried about Anne. Everything I did was because I knew she had asthma and thought I could make it better.
Sure you did. By the way, I know everything.
What are you talking about?
You're on medication to treat your lower back pain, aren't you? If that's the case, why would you ban the rest of us from taking medicine?
Oh, it can't be helped at my old age. You're all too young for medicine. I honestly wanted to cure her, you know.
First of all, go on a specialized diet and cure your ailments that way. You bark at others to do that without practicing what you preach. What's wrong with you? You hypocrite. Your entire existence is a poison to our family. After that, I returned all the money my mother-in-law spent on my daughter. Honestly, we wanted to claim financial compensation from her instead. But if this is all it takes to get away from her completely, then it's a cheap price to pay. She'll stop yapping to us about money, and going after her for compensation will leave us open to her finding out where we are and interfering with our lives further. From what I heard, it seems she rented a simple studio apartment and is living there miserably on her own. She knows where our daughter goes to school, so she'd lie in waiting intending to ambush her. In order to protect our whereabouts, we drove her to school and brought her back home by car. My mother-in-law doesn't know how to drive, so it's not like she could easily tail us, luckily. After a while, she stopped showing up at all. She sent SOS messages to my husband frequently for a while, and he'd been ignoring all of them. But her messages dropped to once a week, to a couple of times a month, and then they seemed to be dwindling further. She's likely becoming too busy surviving to keep sending those messages, so hopefully they'll stop completely. Of course, if she ever pesters us about money ever again, we intend to just ignore her. We have no intentions of helping her. I explained to my daughter one more time how and why she needs to take her medicine, and she's begun taking it consistently by herself. She still hasn't quite gotten over what my mother-in-law put in her head. But when it comes to managing symptoms and illnesses, medication can be a true lifesaver. Of course, that's not to discredit the validity of a good diet in contributing to a healthy body. Even so, I'll take the doctor's orders on my daughter's condition into consideration and use whatever treatment regime I feel works best for her. I'm going to continue to watch over her, hoping that her illness can improve even just a little. She might not be cured, but I pray for the day she can have a body that doesn't need to rely on that medicine. I want to continue to feed my daughter delicious and healthy meals and support her for as long as I can. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, hit like and subscribe to see more content. See you next time.